was a quick intro. welcome in, welcome in everyone to the Evolve Review. I am the End of Days 33, and I am guest hosting tonight. We're here with the Invisible Man at Coquito. How are you doing today, sir?
If my audio comes out good, thank you everybody and hello everybody. I'm enjoying this episode. We have ups, downs, controversy, and the ferocious one returns. But other than that, I'm happy.
All right. Hear these thoughts. How was your day?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm losing in a 3 versus 1 handicap match against my allergies right now, but I'm gonna push through it. And we had a pretty good episode of Evolve, so I can't wait to talk about it.
All right. We're waiting for Coach, and we have to give a special congratulations or pre-congratulations to CJ
Yes.
Wolfie and Terrell. They are getting married tomorrow,
Yeah.
so that's why they're not here today. They're prepping for that. And
Yep.
Cardi M, not sure if she's gonna appear tonight or not, but we shall
I
see.
don't know. I'll send her a thing. She's either chilling or babysitting. But yeah, we love you, Cardi. Don't get mad at me. All right,
All right.
continue.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with the first segment. The show opens up, kind of a cold open with Starboy gives his promo. I'm not as good as going through the play-by-play like everybody else, but here are these thoughts. What did you think about Starboy and the fiasco that happened during his promo?
Yeah, I liked what Starboy had to say. He just had to say something really quick, and seeing seeing him come back, seeing Cameron come back. It's always I don't know why whenever I watch Evolve now and Cameron's not in it, it feels like there's a little dash of something missing. My personal
Mm-hmm.
opinion. But I'm glad that he was back. We saw him jump the other two, and shout out to Cameron bringing back the airbrush T-shirts. I haven't seen one of those since like
I love
2001,
that.
so I'm glad he brought that back.
Shout out to him.
All right. Visible Man, what was your thoughts?
Um, First off, every time he pops up somewhere, it feels like he's coming from another dimension, and he just killed a whole bunch of warriors. And by the way, he's wearing a beautiful flower shirt. But I was like, damn, this guy is ready. And EOD said in the Evolve effect, this guy has something. He has an aura. He has something special that's like it brings it. He was calling himself the Denim Dragon, but there was no denim on him. And then when
No.
we get to what the next segment is, it was a good promo, first ever for him. They're giving him a lot of confidence to let him do that in the first minute of the show. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like I said, like on the Evolve effect earlier, whatever it is, I don't know what it is that he has, but he definitely has it, whatever it is. I did like the promo. Did realize he was. I thought maybe he just was looked a lot younger than what he was, but turns out he's been training since what 12 years old. I think
12 years old.
Shotzi was saying that she remembers
Yep.
when he was
Dakota
12. I was
Kai.
like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that is crazy. Um, but I did like the promo and the fact that he opened up the show. It was a cold open. He opened up, and I think they have a lot of confidence in him. He was on NXT the night before. You know we have a weird time loop thing
Yeah.
going on with Evolve in NXT. But then as he was finishing his promo, basically saying he's the Denim Dragon, which is kind of I don't know. It sounds weird on the outside, but when he says it, it's kind of cool. And then it
Yeah.
just kind of pans away NXT backstage style into the beatdown of Luca Crucifino and Tate Wilder by Cam and Harley Riggins. And y'all always say that they remind me of Disney villains, and I'm like, I have to agree. It's like
Yes.
they're just great together. And so obviously because of this beatdown, doesn't look like they're going to be able to compete tonight as advertised. So after that, off to the very first match of Tristan Angels and Romeo. I always mess up his name. Moreno. I always
Moreno.
want
Yeah,
to
you
say
got it right.
I always want to say Morano. That's why I have to force myself Moreno.
Okay.
Um, so Visible Man, because I know you're better with the play-by-play. Give us
Okay.
your thoughts on the match, and if you want to break it
Um,
down, you can break it down.
okay, I can break it down. This match was based off Romeo Moreno jumping on ropes to do things, and 2 out of 6 times it works. Tristan was very joint manipulation, throwing him on the ground. They were doing a lot of setups, but it never led up to anything. Ultimately, after the sixth time that Romeo tried to jump on the ropes, Tristan took him down. He hit his head on the steps. He threw him inside, and he did a variation of a curb stomp with his knee. And I loved Romeo selling this. I went back and watched it again. Romeo sold it like if he was being planted into the ground, like straight up scorpion himself for the 1-2-3. It was, for me, looking back at it now, this was Tristan's showcase, and Romeo's like, thank you. The guy that jobs a lot back in the 90s would be proud, in my opinion. But B match.
B match. All right. I hear these thoughts. What's your take?
Yeah, I agree with everything Alex just said. Like I really did like this match. They were kind of even for the most part. That was it, but it also felt like it didn't get past like a certain gear. Like it was like trying to get to that point, but they were kind of avoiding it. But I did like that they got to a point where they showed who was the heel and who was the babyface, because I felt like we weren't getting that yet until we got that spot where Romeo got his face planted into the steel steps. And just like Alex said, with that finisher, I thought that was pretty cool, and Angels looked like he could be a huge star. He really does.
Yeah, for me, I didn't think about it this way, but yeah, this is kind of a Tristan showcase because
Hmm.
I was saying on the Evolve Effect that this wasn't a squash match, but whatever level is right above a squash match, that's what this was because Tristan Angel was beating this man down for most of the match.
Yeah.
Um, and
Mhm.
Moreno, he does have like as Coach was saying earlier, also this babyface quality. What he was getting beat down so badly, I was actually rooting for him to to actually end up winning this match. Like, okay, maybe you might be able to pull out some kind of way because most of his moveset seem to be doing something off the ropes and everything. And like
Mhm.
the Invisible Man said, 2 out of 6 times it probably works. But
Yeah.
Tristan Angel was just he was super impressive to me. And it might be because I just saw him on Triple A over the weekend because he was in a 6-man tag over there. But
Hmm.
I'm like, he's really good. He's really good. And it's not saying Moreno was bad. He was doing the job that he was dealt um, to do. But I'm like, man, this is almost a squash match. Like think of it like an extremely long squash match, but it wasn't quite a squash because he had some offense and it was
Yeah.
long. So for me, I give the whole thing a B because it did what it was supposed to do, in my opinion, and I think we'll see better things out of Morano later. Morano, sorry, I
Yeah.
want to say I don't know why I want to say it the other way, but yeah. So it's like it was a B for me.
Okay.
So let's see. Next, we're gonna go to a segment, and it's everybody's favorite on the channel.
All
Well,
right.
I'll set it up first before the guy
Oh.
walks in. We had Santi Rivera and a newly mint Jakari Ball, who don't remember that's McNair and everything name change. I was kind of jarred. I got a slight warning by the Invisible Man while we were watching it live that there was gonna be a name change for somebody. So they're in the back or whatever, and I realized how big Santi was. So of course, if you have two big ripped guys, who else is the big ripped guy on Evolve? Ed Scout makes an appearance in the locker room. So he went ahead and told him about. I guess they're going to do some chesty best day. You look the part, but now you have to be in mint condition all the time. Blah blah blah. That kind of stuff. Hear these thoughts. What do you think about this little segment and the potential of maybe something more coming out of this?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Isgal, he's the person who have a lot of respect for people who's in shape, just like he did with what's the guy's name last week with all the tattoos on his back? That he
Dorian.
wrestled.
Dukes. Van
Dorian.
Dukes.
Van
Dorian Van
Dukes, yeah,
Dukes.
Van
Yeah.
Dukes, Austin Aries, yeah, he whenever he sees somebody that's like that, that's shredded, he has a whole lot of respect for them and the way he approaches these guys and just like taking them under his wing. I think this is gonna be very interesting to see what they do with these two guys, especially for Itzgal. I like it.
Okay. Visible Man. What are your thoughts?
Now, before I even say anything, the button must be pressed.
If you're not tan and jacked and ready to attack, or if you are weak and pale and ready to fail, then this is not the place for you, cause it's time for the start of meter with its God.
God, I love that song. Second, I felt that when he went, and I told this to EOD, this was like a shadow echo of him and Jamar Hampton. You felt it. You felt that lightning in a bottle that was perfect, and then he tried to do it again. And then I was telling EOD while I was watching it, I was having like Vietnam flashbacks of Jamar. And I'm like, God, I miss this motherfucker. But I like the concept of its goal, because thinking about it now, taking my time to breathe with it, he reminds me of a very muscular driven, like mentally muscular driven Bobby Heenan. Like, he sees product, he knows
Oh,
there's
yeah.
money in it, and he's gonna focus on that because he knows that he's not gonna do anything himself. He's just, we'll talk about that a little later. But for me, yeah, I love this thing. For me, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It's
when you
almost like
just
he's
said that,
like,
oh, go
oh,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead. It's almost like he
No, go
like
ahead,
looks at
dude.
himself like he's like a Greek god, and he only can hang out with Greek gods. And if you're not
Yeah.
on that level, he's gonna taunt you. And you're right about the reference to the brain. Like, he does kind of remind you of a shredded like Bobby Heenan that sees something in people and tries to, like, I guess, pull that out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say until just now, I was thinking that it's Gal. He's Evolve's version of Danhausen. For whatever, like, he's been there from the beginning. He's still the what is he's the OG now, and then
Yep.
he's the OG, but he's only won one match, and he
Yep.
just kind of reminds me of Danhausen. Like, he could not even. To me, it's Gal so entertaining. He could never get in the ring, and I would still root for the guy.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is. He's like that entertaining. You forget, it's like, wait, he's only won one match the entire time? And the
Hmm.
first match that he was in was more impromptu because Keanu Carver had to beat that ass real quick. He couldn't wait to he couldn't wait to the following week. He just beat his ass like right then and there. But
Nah.
yeah, he's super entertaining. And when I watch this, anytime I watch anything like this, it does remind me of Jamar Hampton. Had to come out and do the son of a bitch handshake,
Yep.
and so, but his face just gets like how I get when I see Honeycomb and everything. He's like, anytime he sees muscular dudes and everything. So I liked it. I was like, wait. So we never did get the tag team that we wanted. We got to see at least one glorious time with him and Jamar Hampton.
One time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
And but it looks like is he possibly gonna get an actual faction, not just a part of faction? We gotta wait and see about that. But I like the prospect of it. And basically Santi, to me, he just debuted last week. He seems like he just had a character change all of a sudden, because he was not like this in his promo last week. And that reminds me of something we'll talk about a little bit later in the show, how a difference a month or two can make when a character from just giving a promo when you first get into getting a character. So,
Yep.
yeah, it was good. And here's something that loyal viewers of the Evolve Review podcast, y'all know certain people on the channel, not everybody, but certain people have a little feud, let's say, as we will, with Mr. Chuy Martinez. But this week, I was kind of shocked because, and I like to do this, I don't know why, because I always hear, we got to see Byron Saxton. I was like,
Yeah.
what is Byron Saxton? Then I was like, wait, why is Byron Saxton? I'm like, isn't this Chuy's job? Maybe he had the day off or whatever. It's happened before in Evolve where we had like replacement like real quick. So Byron Saxton gets in the ring, and he introduces all four of the new ID prospects. I'm gonna read their names. I'm just gonna go over their ID names. We got Gianna Capri. We got Sloane Jacobs, who's been there before. Like, she wrestled on Level Up a couple times. I remember that. We have Veronica Haven, and we have Anna Room. Anna Room's the anime girl, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
but EOD, from
Yeah.
now on, every time we say on your rune,
Anya. Okay. Yeah, that was part of her entrance. So they basically gave the same spiel that every new ID prospect comes in and gives, and it is what it is and everything. I don't judge anybody from the very first initial interview that they give, because they all seem to be about the same, and I kind of like it about the same. And then later on, they blossom. So again, Alex, what did you think of this whole segment and the fact that this is especially for you, and the fact that who was conducting the interview?
first off, Byron being that dorky guy that has always been a dork for the last 12, 13 years, sure. Like, we said this before. And when this guy left and Mike Rome came in, I'm like, I wonder who else came in. Like, Byron Saxton can come down here. Like, he's not that important anymore. So that's fine with me. And sure enough, I guess someone in Evolve heard us. Hey, why don't we bring Byron Saxton down here? Because he is a good reporter and he is a good announcer. He knows what to do. He's heard and hanged out with everybody for years. So that's fine. That's fine. These 4 women. Ay, Dios Santo Maria, these 4 women. The John Carla woman. I forgot it's so hard to remember her name. Gianna.
Capri. Yeah.
Capri. I'll say Capri. Capri, or and as I said this in the Evolve Effect, Carmella 2.2. Because the second she said the word sauce, everyone's like, sauce. I'm like, no. That's someone else's. Don't do that shit. It's not the same, but it's not the same. Don't do that. The second woman came in. Oh, I've been gone for 3 years, redemption. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Oh, okay. Hey, welcome back. But who the fuck are you? Sorry. And again, I'm being unbiased here, ladies and gentlemen. The third person, Veronica Haven, I want to thank it. Now looking back at it now, it felt like an Emmy award speech. I want to thank this school. I want to thank this school. I also want to thank this school. And then because they gave me a chance in this school, I'm like, who are you, Veronica? Who are you? Because you gave a shout out to Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Nike, and everybody else, but you didn't what did you do? And then came Anya. And ladies and gentlemen, she's gotten flack because her promo started with, I'm your favorite anime girl that just came out of a manga panel. Everyone's shitting on her. Oh, fuck that shit. Show the clip. No, that was a promo. The woo thing, you can tell EOD, he can tell you this. Like when I heard this the first time, I'm like, no, I'm about to put her ass on the unwanted list. I'm real quick. However, understanding her character and seeing the show again the second time, and like, this is her. She's an anime character. She's an American anime character. In Japan, they got those out the ass. It's literally a woman with a giant hammer. She fought a panda.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that too. That was actually a cool ass match. But that's what I mean. Like in Japan, they got that in buckets. But here, we only have one, and now it's her. So good for her. Anyone else that's hating on her because of that one line that she said, EOD said this best. When the guys came in the first time, they sucked ass. Like, suck. Even Mike Cunningham, who now, we'll talk about him later, is a refined diamond. Took him a few months, but he got there eventually. So good for him. But that's my thoughts on that, EOD.
All right. Hitty's thoughts?
Yeah, it was really interesting. Because I'm really familiar with 3 out of 4 of them. The first lady, Capri, that's what her name was. What's her name?
Gianna Capri.
Gianna Capri, yeah. Like I agree. When the people said sauce, I was like, oh, she's gonna wear leopard shoes and moonwalk when she walks in, going backwards with the with big cast. But for the other 3, I'm familiar with Sloan. When I saw Sloan there, we'll talk about this later. I already knew something was going to happen when I saw her. I'm like, okay, it's already told us what's about to happen. And then we saw the other girl. Her name is something different now. Her name was Fallon Gray, the one that was like thanking everybody in the school, whatever. I'm familiar with her work, and I'm familiar with
Haven now, Veronica Haven.
Yeah, Veronica Haven. Okay, and I'm familiar with Anya Rune, which her name before was Erica Demia.
Erica Demia, yeah.
Yeah, I watched her a lot because I remember seeing her wrestle Lanny Luck in Dreamwave Wrestling in Chicago, LaSalle, I mean, and yeah, that's always been her character. She's always been like this anime person that always do these, even her own like videos and vignettes on her Instagram and stuff like that, where she just is an American anime person. I knew that she was going to be kind of an acquired taste, depending on what you expect out of certain wrestlers or whatever. But like you said, it's pretty unique for the American wrestling, especially for WWE, because there isn't really a character that represents anime there. Like we had the New Day at one point that represented that as far as the clothes they wore and the stuff they watched, but we never had a full-blown anime character that was involved in anything. So yeah, the whole thing was pretty interesting. They do have some refining to do, but as EOD said before, especially with Mike Cunningham, I think they'll get that refinement and they'll get a lot better than what we saw in that moment.
EOD, one thing I want to say, we did actually have an anime character a long time ago. It was Io Sky 2018 NXT. And then she just disappeared. That was anime.
Yeah.
Other than that, we lost it. Yeah, we ain't got no one else. Oh, yeah, and Kairi Sane, too. I mean, we had a pirate princess. Like we
Pirate
were
Princess, yeah.
throwing shit out
Yeah,
there.
that's close. Yeah, that's close.
That's all I gotta say.
Well, what I'll say about the promos and like I said before, it's not that they were bad, it's just that it seems like everybody. It's almost like a nerve thing. Like they have
Mhm.
to. It's like their first time, and everybody that's come on and had to do that
Yeah.
3-person or 4-person interview at one time, introducing people. It all came off the same exact way. The only
And
one
Rue
that
was
was with
nervous.
it
You
was
could tell.
Yeah, with Starboy was a little bit different. His was like more like okay, his hit. But everybody else was like almost kind of like they're new and blah blah blah. And that's all it was. That's all we're saying. So we're pretty sure, like I said, Santee was the same way. Now this week he's got a whole nother character type of deal. So it's like, oh okay. So I'm like, he doesn't even sound like the same person from last week. So you know, that's all I got to say about. Oh, one other thing, I actually did meet Carmelo once at an NXT house show with Big Cass. So it was like when I didn't have any hair, I was bald back then. So
Okay.
What?
yeah,
Oh
my granddaughter
wow.
has a little autograph poster with them on it. So yeah,
Mm.
the SEW or SAWFT.
You know,
But anyway,
can
oh
I
go
say
ahead.
something before? Can I say
Yeah,
something?
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
thank you. With Anya Rune, I'm just thinking about this now. You have so many possibilities to go different directions. She can make giant signs and scare the crap out of women. She can make Attack on Titan like things next to her. Like she can go every single like I know Jade and every other person does like anime stuff, but this
Yeah.
is a person who is an actual anime girl. She can
Yeah.
actually dress up at like the anime and make it look cool. Because again, you have a lifelike doll with its gall. You have a guy who's just so confused in himself that we don't even understand with Mike Cunningham. We have a crazy woman that we'll talk about it, but we'll talk about her later. But that has like great merch sense with cool shirts. Like everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone's evolving. We should always like honor that. Don't again. Mike Cunningham's promo was the shittiest thing ever, and we had to hear that. So stop on this. It was. It was. I mean, number two was Javier Bernal and the rock core thing. I'm like, oh god, dude, no, that was the choice that
Oh
maybe
yeah.
that was the reason. I don't know, but that's not the
Big
reason
body
that you.
Javi.
Yeah, the big. No, he was.
I
I
know
feel
when
the.
when he went to core. Yeah, I remember. I
I
remember that
Mhm.
wish
transition.
I wish he was still here so him and Luca can be a group. Then you get a country guy. So you get a country guy, a rave guy, and an emo guy in a group, and you call them the 3-man beats or the 3-man band part two. Either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man. Three-man DJs. I don't know, but EOD back to you.
All right. Um, let me see. Before we get out of here, oh yeah, I forgot about this. PJ Vasa interrupted
Mhm.
Yeah.
that whole thing at the very end, and basically he said PJ Vasa stuff and everything, and how that she was gonna somebody's gonna get that issue because she's gonna be one coming out last. Reminding everybody that she did win the Fatal 5-Way last week, Fatal 4-Way
Mm-hmm.
that got upgraded to Fatal 5-Way. So
Mm-hmm.
she will be the last entrant, and the winner of the fatal of these four ID people, the winner of that will be in the gauntlet match. So this is all
Mm-hmm.
four of them be in the qualifiers. Don't know if we said that. But next, another segment. We have your foreman, not your general manager, your foreman, Timmy Thatcher. And I thought the funniest thing is when he had the uh, the case or whatever, and he had the toilet paper, just looking at like he's about to go to the porta potty. He's like, I know you're the foreman, but you're not really building an actual building. There's no porta
Yeah.
potties out. You can go to the restroom, and if they don't, maybe the facilities, maybe they don't have toilet paper in there. I don't know. It's a TV budget, so who knows? But I do like the Timothy Thatcher segments, and basically just going over the list of stuff that was happening about Kate Wilder, Crucifino being hurt, and he could suspend Cam and Riggins, but he's not going to do that. So as soon as they get medically cleared, he's going to have they're going to continue that match because he figures that Wilder and Crucifino wouldn't want him to be suspended. They want to get their lick back basically. And he started talking about the women's gauntlet match and the fact that the title against Kendall Gray and Tyra May Steele was a really good match. And Tyra almost had it. He says now that he's thinking about it, she deserves to be in the gauntlet match. So hey, we're changing the rules all the time now in Evolve. So Tyra May Steele is officially in the gauntlet. So do you think that makes it 7 people? No. No, he's like he could just add that little silhouette. He didn't add her to that silhouette. He added her to the match. That silhouette's still there, and so now it's going to be about 8 people in the match,
Yeah.
and he's going to make a phone call. We don't know who it's going to be yet. We have theories who's going to be that 8th member. So we're not getting 2 qualifier matches like they said last week. We're
No.
only going to get the one.
No.
So there you go with that. What did y'all think about this whole Timothy Thatcher and the Foreman thing? We'll start with Harry's thoughts. Or we'll start.
Go for his thoughts.
Okay. Woo. Finally, the allergy medicine is working. So, with the whole Timothy Thatcher thing, I love him as the foreman. Like, he sets up the matches we want to see. Because when he was talking, I was like, come on, add her to the match. Add her to the match. He's like, we're just going to add her to the match. He's listening to me. We don't get this on the main roster. They don't listen to us on the main roster. So
Never.
someone to hear the fans, finally, I love it. I love the fact that he's like all disorganized and has like paper all over the place. He's like flipping things over and looking through toilet paper. Then there's this like balled up white printing over here, and the whole foreman gimmick with the helmet just sitting there. Like I absolutely love Timothy Thatcher, and him being added to Evolve was probably one of the best choices they made in recent memory, in my personal opinion. But adding Tyra May Still to this match makes this match even better. Makes it way. We're gonna get like a crazy like all next week, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm excited about this.
Right, yeah, me too. Invisible Man.
Okay. There's another detail that we forgot to say. Like before the toilet paper, he had a can of chunky soup and he just put it away because oh, that's my lunch. And that also made me think, I'm like, dude, you have catering.
Yeah.
Why do you need a chunky soup? You have like you could just walk outside and like you get way more money than them. Hey, can I get like a special meal or something? No. So and then he remembers, oh, I have toilet paper, so I can use that for later after I have my chunky soup. But other than that, this this must have been post or something because this makes me feel that, and I said this to Those Evil on the Wrestling Soup and Friendos Network, on Spotify, Apple, and anywhere you can find your audio platforms. Free plug. That this feels that that EOD said this. The Chantal match must have happened. She got hurt, so they retconned everything. Every week they're like, okay, we're gonna do this stipulation. Then next week, okay, we're gonna do this stipulation. Today, this segment is basically based on Thatcher's like, okay, I'm gonna bring in Tyra May Steele because I feel like it. Okay, that's a cool. Again, that was a great addition. A monster in the ring. Oh, also, I'm gonna call somebody for the 8th person. What? Okay. It's like if, and I thought about this right now. It's like if Thatcher won a contest to be the mayor for like 10 minutes, and you can be the mayor for 10 minutes and you can sit down and you can make rules. He made 85 rules in less than 5 minutes, and they're all convoluted and they're all connected in some weird way. That's what he did. I'm not mad at it, but I'm pissed because
That's true.
It's not their fault, Chantal. Like it must have been because of Chantal. Again, why would you show her in the VIP section, but then she's not in this qualifier match? She should be in this gauntlet match.
She should.
At least her.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that. And
You know what's weird?
Yeah, go on.
You know what's kind of interesting about that? Because you're absolutely right about that. But in a weird way, it kind of fits in his fish out of water as the foreman type character. Like it's like he just got hired off the street, and then they're like, "Here, you're the new manager. You got to just do these things and just figure it out." And he's like in there just like doing the most random stuff and trying his hardest to please the fans while at the same time breaking all the rules and making rules at the same time. So it's all just it's all very interesting. And by the way, the PJ Vasa, when she came out and she said, you're gonna come get this issue, I'm like, PJ, you gotta wait till next week and to the end of the gauntlet. So no one's gonna get that issue until later on next week. So you gotta hold off on it.
Love the new shirt though. And concerning the new shirt, I love that every week she's coming out with new merch. Like that's the smart thing to do. Like just come out with new merch. But I want to say this about Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins. Thatcher said this: I'm getting tired that they keep attacking people backstage. Is it out of jealousy or is it out of fear? And that comes out later for another segment that it actually connects. It's called storytelling. Why can't Raw and SmackDown do that right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Back to you. Back to you.
Well,
we got the match.
speaking of merch and everything, I will be getting a Vanity Project t-shirt, but anyway.
Oh, yeah, I will too.
I will be getting a Vanity Project t-shirt. Anyway, all right, so now we actually have the match, the Fatal 4-Way between Sloane Jacobs, Gianna Capri, Veronica Haven, and Anya Rune. I was just gonna call it anime because that's where she goes, but it's easier for
Yeah.
me to remember the anime girl. So, all right, Visible Man, you can take it away.
Okay. This based on Rune and Veronica were baby faces, and Sloane and Capri were heels. Highlights. Uh Rune does a lot of like arm manipulation to like slam, so I do like that. Veronica Haven was the Santi Rivera of this match. She was just there. She was just there. Good for her, but
Yes.
bad for her at the same time. Sloane Jacobs, and I said this on the Evolve Effect. She did this weird turnbuckle thing that she was on the turnbuckle. She wrapped her legs around, I think it was Anya, and then instead of doing a Rana, she just ducked her head into the second turnbuckle and then headbutted Anya's head into the third turnbuckle. I'm like, that's actually like a weird, like who someone used to do that where they would put their legs in between your heads and then slam you into the turnbuckle a couple times, and at the end just like do a weird
Figure that out too.
Ruby. It's the
Ruby
girl
Rose.
named Ruby. Yeah, Ruby Rose. She did that. So it's like a reverse of that. So that's pretty cool. Capri can do axe kicks. I do like that. It's really nice that she did some beautiful axe kicks. In the end, she Sloane Jacobs won because she did a submission. I know it's a submission that a highlighted wrestler does, but I forgot who the fuck it is. But it's kind of like a purple crossface, sort of like a weird submission in a weird sense. I don't. Daniel Bryan used to do that too, and I think not Osprey. Who's that freaking technical guy that crosses his arms? Freaking, he's like one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. It's not Osprey, but it's another white guy.
Saber.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Saber, yeah, Saber, yeah. So like that, Saber does that move too. But other than that, it was a B minus match for me. It was okay. Rune did the same thing that CJ Valor did last week. I'm gonna wear the most brightest colors, so you gotta look at my ass. I mean, respectfully, but it was green and red. I'm like, Jesus. But good for her. That's all I gotta say. Veronica Haven, do better. Do better. Come on, man. Come on.
All right, hear these thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with everything that Alex said. I mean, it felt like when you watched it, it just felt like they were just trying to figure things out while they're in the match. It was like they haven't really wrestled each other outside of like Fallon Gray and Erica Demia, but you can tell that they've never wrestled each other before because it felt awkward in some moments. Like they didn't know what they wanted to do next. It was really weird. But I kind of knew, like I said earlier, with the promo with when Sloane was there, I was like, okay, she's back. They're gonna give her the match, and that's exactly what happened at the end, which I'm not mad about. But I feel like this Fatal 4-Way match could have been a little bit better, given what I've seen some of these women done in the independent scene. But hey, they'll have another chance to do better. It wasn't terrible, but I've seen some of these women do a lot better than they did in this match.
Yeah. For me, it was an okay match. I think the problem with the match to me was like since they were all new, like it's already hard enough to keep up with a triple threat match with people that are brand new altogether. So four at the same time, I'm still trying to. Sorry, apologies, ladies. I will get it in about 2 weeks and everything. If I seen you enough, trust me, we had to do this with everybody on Evolve at one point. Just keep it up. Who was who? That was the thing that was the only thing. I did think that that Sloane was going to end up winning only because she was there before. So I think it kind of made sense. So I wasn't surprised. But I mean, really anybody could have won. But except for who was the one that was not really that was just kind of there.
Veronica.
Okay, Haven. Okay, yeah. Like sometimes that's got to happen to showcase everybody else. It's got to be somebody that that was sad to see last week when Starboy was just tearing the house down. So yeah, it was a okay match, and to me, it's like okay, it's the first outing just to get your feet wet, just so we can see who you are, some of the moves that you have. So I was okay with it, but that's not the end, ladies and gentlemen, because as there's a man likes to dub her. It's not Callie Armstrong. We got Karen Armstrong that came out there and was just mad for no reason. Laid waste to everybody. Just laid waste. And then Sloane, you did say it earlier. Basically, she had plenty of time to escape.
Yes.
And she just stood in the ring and everything was like, and Callie was like, "Are you crazy?" And I'm the difference maker, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. And we forgot to mention in the VIP section that Laney Luck was there and Nikita Lyons was in the VIP section. So Laney Luck came out and she wanted a piece of Callie Armstrong, and I was like the Friday meme, like damn, because I'm
Yeah.
like, Laney, I'm like the little fight that she's starting to show now, so make it seem like she's supposed to be in that gauntlet match because we know her as the ID champion, but they don't ever mention it. So if you didn't know, you didn't know. So like, yeah, she belongs. She's just not another person because they couldn't find anybody. It's like, no, she's up there with them, and the fact she went after Callie to me was great. So we'll go back to the Invisible Man. What do you think about Karen Armstrong laying just complete mayhem to the ring?
It was awesome, first off, because she came in there, threw Rune out, threw the other one out, and Capri was outside, and I watched it again. She was about to go inside. She's like, "Nope, I'm not getting inside this shit," because like I don't know this bitch.
My
But
girl.
then the fact that Sloan was in the middle of the ring, and it seemed like she was just frozen in fear because Karen Armstrong, shout out to Callie, but Karen Armstrong popped up here and threw the crap out of everybody. And then Sloan's like, she put her hand out like friend, and like a velociraptor, like, bitch, I'm gonna eat you. Why are you putting your hand out? You're just stupid. And he just beat the shit out of her. But then the fact that on Twitter, after she attacked Laney Luck, and Laney Luck is in the corner looking up at Karen, and Karen's like, "Yeah, you stay down there. I'm the difference maker." On Twitter, she's like, I wasn't scared. I got knocked down for a second. No, Lady Luck. You got knocked down for 20 seconds and you became her bitch. Okay, let's call it apple and apple. That's how it is. All right. But that's all I gotta say about it. Like, I love Karen Armstrong. She's the best fucking Armstrong. I love Callie Armstrong, the whole like perseverance shit. But when Callie becomes Karen, it's just magical. She don't give a fuck about anybody. I love that.
All right, hear these thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. I like Karen Armstrong, Callie Armstrong. I mean, she's kind of 1A and 1B as far as my favorite Armstrongs, Dexter Stretch Armstrong, but she's moving up a little bit more as time goes on. But you're right. Lady Luck cannot lie about that. If you get knocked down and forget that your legs work, you are scared. That's just what it is. She didn't even try to stand up. And Sloan standing inside the ring, I was like, Sloan, please, for the love of God, you just got here. You got a gauntlet match to be in next week. We don't want to see you get replaced again. We don't need another black figure for them to have to replace for next week. But I did like the fact that Lady Luck did get involved. And I thought it was funny and kind of messed up that Nikita Lyons was trying to like talk to the camera and they kept cutting back to the ring, back to Nikita, to the ring. I'm like, put the camera on Nikita, let her talk. We already know what's going on in the ring. But overall, the whole thing was pretty interesting. Again, it just adds more like fuel to the fire for next week's gauntlet match. And it's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out.
Also, fun fact, there was a fan pointed at Nikita, so the hair kept on moving. So every time she was talking and she would move her head to the left, you have to adjust her hair. She's like, yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you, bitch? Like, I get it. And by the way, there is no touching grass today. The video that she did was just her. And ladies, that it's becoming viral again. Nikita claps her cheeks for Evolve. I'm like, no, you know what? Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get that clip. I respect Nikita Lyons too much to even put that, even for our channel. D-Walk would pop out of nowhere. Like, hey, guys, what's going on? It's about Nikita. Like, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Shout out to D-Walk. But back to you, UD.
All right, yeah. Next segment, we got another segment. It was segment heavy tonight. They're doing a little bit more segments on Evolve. So now we're with Mike Cunningham being trained by Lindsay Dorado in a gym. Don't know if it was the Performance Center or not because the way the door was, I don't know. It could have been. They like to do angles of the Performance Center we've never seen before to make it look like it's a different place. So it could have been Performance Center. While they're over there finishing up the training, Lindsay Dorado was talking to him. Mike Cunningham wants to know how he did the pin that he did on him last week. And he said, look, I can't show you all my tricks, all my secrets. While in the background, you have Itzgal, Santi, and Ball just grunting away, lifting weights. Like, if you ever go to the gyms, like, they're just out. My only gripe was the fact that, why weren't they at the mirror? They were over by you had the ring, you had the chairs, and they were right behind the chairs, lifting weights, looking at the ring. I'm like, okay, I get the camera. It is a 2B budget, so I get it.
Yeah.
But basically, well, actually, guys, what do y'all think about the segment before we get like real into? Y'all can get into it if you want. Hear these thoughts. What do you think about this whole segment and the potential of Cunningham and its goal?
Like it, man. I like what's going on here, especially Cunningham trying to. It's hard. I don't know if I'm stereotyping Mike Cunningham, but I feel like everything he does in the back of my mind is like this has got to be a heel tactic. Like I feel like there's some evil tactic like behind him trying to learn Lindsay Dorado's pin. I'm like there's got to be an evil tactic behind that's going on there. I just can't take it away from my mind. But the communication that he had between him and It's Gal's what do you call them? His stud buddies? What did you call them?
The studs.
The studs.
Yeah.
And his studs, I thought it was very, very interesting. It was funny that they switched it over to the other two guys as opposed to Isgal being involved. But it just, in that moment, it just made me think of a whole lot of things. Like, is Mike Cunningham going to turn on Lindsay Dorado? Can Mike Cunningham possibly take the stud buddies away from Isgal at some point in the future? Where's all this going to go? So I like that there's so many different avenues that can go with this. And I'm very interested to see what happens. I love Mike. I love Isgal. And I think and Evolve does great jobs with stories. So I'm looking forward to this.
All right, Invisible Man.
Okay. These are details that I saw after watching this the second time, ladies and gentlemen, just for audio clips, but for the fact I love little like Easter eggs. Mike Cunningham did the jumping over the ropes 100 times, supposedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
With his sunglasses on. Once he starts talking to Lindsay Dorado, he takes his sunglasses off. He actually says sunglasses off, but in a whisper tone. So you can't like he mouths it like motherfucker. But the fact that It's Gall, like when Mike Cunningham told It's Gall, like, you know what, It's Gall with Made My Energy, It's Gall's like, oh my god, what is this guy? Because It's Gall must have been around him a couple times, like, all right, I don't want to hear this shit. How about you and I get a tag match? And It's Gall's like, you know what? How about these two guys do it for me instead? I'm like, you son of a bitch. That's why I call him the Bobby Heenan. Is like, I'm not getting involved in this. My cohorts are going to do it for me. And I love that Jakari Ball, Jaquan McNair, which, by the way, I forgot to say this. He's called Jakari Ball here in Evolve. As of April 16th in WrestleMania weekend, he is still called Jaquan McNair. So what are we gonna do there, ladies and anyway? And also Mr. Jakari Ball, before they walk away, he puts his hand on his chest, gets a glob of sweat, and then spits it on Lindsay's mask and walks away. I'm like, yes. That tells you that he's a dick. Like, and again, this is when I was watching this fucking Vietnam flashbacks of him and fucking Jamar Hampton just pumping up and I'm like, oh my god, this is not the same. You get 2 for 1. You can't get Jamar Hampton, so you have to get 2 guys to like. It's not the same. It's not. You can put 1,000 guys. It's not. It doesn't. That's not. No, I'm sad. Keep it going, Yodi.
All right. It's ironic because I believe just last week I was saying, you know who will be a great partner for It's Gal? Mike Cunningham. And now we have Mike Cunningham and It's Gal in a feud. I say that because I think this speculation. This might become an Undisputed Era moment. Remember with Roderick Strong, they kept beating this man up, and eventually ended up teaming up with Undisputed Era. Mike Cunningham, you're not fooling me. You're a heel. You're doing some.
That's a good point.
Some weird tactics with Lindsay, trying to get all his moves, trying to butter him up, trying to steal his moves, and maybe you're gonna end up turning on him eventually. So I still get the vibe. Coach doesn't see it that way. He sees him just straight as a face, but we both like him the same way. But I think he's still a heel, and I think once this thing is over with It's Gal, when he finally gets his hand on It's Gal, because that's probably what's going to end up happening eventually. Maybe he becomes the 4th member of the group. I don't know. Maybe.
Also, I gotta bring that up. Shout out to Coach when we did the Evolve effect. I don't know why you guys keep saying he's like, he's a good guy. You can see it here. He was totally nice, and It's Gal was being like. I was like, oh my god, Coach, I love you because you're bullshitting, and it's the kayfabe that lasts forever. But I want to say this though. Also, I didn't say this as well. Evolve is a sneaky bitch because while this is happening and they're saying we're gonna okay, how about you and me? Sorry, I got motorcycles outside. How about you and me fight you two guys next week. And while they say this, the graphic slides in the bottom right. Next week. Da, 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 da. I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't like the segment hasn't finished yet. Let the segment finish and then
Let it
promote the
breathe
match.
like wine.
So I want to say good about that. I'm happy. It's
They probably did
Gall,
have
he's a
time.
genius. I mean, yeah.
That's probably why they were standing so close to the ring, because the cameraman, they didn't have time enough for the cameraman to run to the other side of the room. So they like stand as close
Yeah.
to here as possible. so the
like,
cameraman
oh,
doesn't have to turn as
I
much.
go
We
to the
need
gym
all
and everything, I'm
0.5
like-
seconds.
When you're looking at what you always kind of looking in the mirror, if
Yeah.
possible. So I'm like, why are they standing next to the chairs? I'm like, TV budget, got to get it all in one shot. We only got one take. So
Like, can you
That's it.
imagine like practicing in the ring and there's just a bunch of buff men like doing curls, staring at you while you
grunting
Take
super
five.
loud.
Yeah. And you know what? That would have been funny if like it's Gall like in take 3 is just staring dead-eyed at Mike Cunningham while doing curls. And Mike is
Yeah.
like, stop staring at me, but no, man, it's Gall, it's Gall, it's Gall. You know, like he's getting deeper and deeper. Like, no, stop, cut. Wait a minute.
Gall. It's Gall.
Gall.
But yeah, I did like
Oh,
it was a little slick how it's called did, like y'all said, Mike Cunningham tried to set up a match with him. Basically a partner of your choice. And he's like, you know what? It's gonna be these two. It's not gonna be me at all. It's gonna be these two. So I did like that. But anyway, we'll
They're
get to the next
stupid.
segment. And like I said, it was a segment. So we cut back to Aaron Rourke getting ready for his match. Where you
And he
see,
stole Blake Monroe's mirror.
Yeah,
He did.
he took Blake Monroe's mirror.
did.
And who do we see back there? Cam and Riggins, the bullies, the evolved bullies, just waiting for Aaron Rourke. And Aaron Rourke was not having it whatsoever. He came up there, looked at them like, what are you going to do? Basically, what are you going to do? You going to come and jump me? I don't think so. Because why? Because I'm the evolved champion. And laid into their asses. And then the funny thing to me, the second funniest thing he does is the hair flip. He didn't do that last night, but because he has no hair, so when he does the hair flip, it's funny to me. So this time, instead of doing the hair flip, he has like a long robe that's almost like a cape. And when he walked out, he kind of just spun the cape on them and walked away. I thought that was so cool. But I don't know. I like Aaron Rourke. Visible Man, what did you think of this whole segment and the new Aaron Rourke?
Oh, I like that Aaron Rourke looking back at it, looking at this now reminds me of Kendall Gray. Like, bitch, I will fight you right here, right now, anytime, any place. And the fact that he got mad because when they passed by, like, oh yeah, I'll be getting dressed up. Oh, pretty boy. He's like, what you call me? I'm like, you are dressing up like a pretty boy, Aaron Rourke. I don't know why you're getting mad at that, but these guys are dicks, so I get that point. And when he went up right to Riggins' face, right to his face, like, you gonna do anything? No. That's the difference because I'm like, you got balls. And I love that Cam is dead-eyed looking at him and just like drilling a hole in his face. Aaron Rourke don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. You know what? I'm out of here. Deuces. And when Harley Riggs says he's feisty, boy, you have no idea. And this is somebody that you think you creepy, Harley? Yeah, this is Thanos. Sit your ass down. So that's all I gotta say about that. Great segment though. Like, I love that this is the champion. That he ain't scared of not a damn body, and he shouldn't be, except for one that we'll talk about later, Mr. Button Chops.
But should he? Anyway, here these thoughts.
Yeah, I man, I like Aaron Rourke. I like how feisty he is, and yeah, he did have the Blake Monroe mirror, and maybe when they called him a pretty boy, maybe that was a nickname that Jackson Drake can only say. He's like, "What you said? What? That's not. No, we're not like that, okay?" And the way that they kind of backed up off of him a little bit, they're like, he's a little feisty. I'm like, does Aaron Rourke have a gun? Because the way that they were reacting, they weren't like that with Tate Wilder and Luca Crespino. They looked at him like, we don't want no problems. Stay cool, be cool. It's something about Aaron Rourke. I don't know what it is about people from Glitter City, but it's some stuff that go on out there that we don't know about, and we probably shouldn't. But I like this. I like Aaron Rourke. He's an amazing champion. I love how feisty he is. I love how just charismatic he is. I like him as champion.
I do too.
Yeah. And the fact that like Cam and Briggins, like you said, they did jump Tate Wilder. There's still 2-on-1. and they were kind of hesitant and like, do we really want these problems right now? It's like,
I'm
yeah, they
saying.
kind of laughed it off, but they were kind of like, I don't think I want these problems right now. So
Aaron
I
Work
did
brought
like
something in
that.
there. I'm telling you.
But it circles back to what Thatcher said. Are they attacking people out of jealousy or out of
Or
fear?
fear. Mm-hmm.
And they were scared of
Yeah,
fucking
they
Aaron
were
Rourke.
kind
I
of
don't give a
kind of
shit what
scared.
you want to say.
Maybe he was packing. I don't know. But
He
yeah,
probably
they were
was.
definitely scared.
Or it could have been a hate crime too if they jumped him. So they probably would have got fired.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, he's right though. He's right. Laugh it
That
up.
is
He's right
true.
though.
That is
You
true.
got to be careful. He called a pretty boy and walked away, and then the pretty boy went up to his face. He's like, "If I touch him right now, it's a hate crime."
Yeah,
Like
it's a
he's
hate-
just, it's I gotta back up, and he's feisty. All right, I respect that, but take it away, dude.
All right. This leads us to the main event of the evening with Chaz Starboy Hall versus Aaron Rourke for the Evolve Championship. And Invisible Man, give us
All
our
right.
play-by-play.
I hope my audio comes out great. All right, this match: Byron Saxton for one fall from Sparkle City, South Carolina. Aaron Rourke from California, Starboy. This match was based on counters galore, ladies and gentlemen. At one point, I'll try to tell you a sequence. At one point, Mr. Starboy was on the turnbuckle. No, I'm sorry. Mr. Aaron Rourke had Starboy on the Death Rally driver position. Starboy counters into a Rana. Aaron Rourke counters that counter into a jumping front flip, and then counters that into another thing, which turns him, throws Starboys into the corner for him to do the Meteora. This whole match was based on whatever you can do, I can do better. But Aaron Rourke was being a little cocky. After he did the handstand into the double knees of the Starboy, he shook off he dusted off his knees. He's like, oh, I'm having fun here. And even the people, and even Peter Rosenberg and Blake Howard's like, is that wise to do that? Like, if Starboy wins, it would break the internet at that moment. And it's true. Starboy, a guy who just came in, who just debuted in NXT and lost to, which there's a running joke. Someone on Twitter said this. In Evolve, we have Nikki Blackheart, we have Laney Luck, we have all these new prospects, we have all the new guy prospects. In NXT, oh yeah, Stacks and Birthright's gonna save the business forever. No, they're not. No, they're not. Sorry. And I was like, I laughed my ass off when I saw that Twitter joke. I'm like, yeah. And shout out to Joe BNCO. We got another comment here because he's gonna say something I'm gonna get in trouble with. If we get a hardcore match with Aaron Rourke and he wins with knocking someone out with a, would that still be a PG-13? I'm not saying that word.
No.
And I feel like Starboy farts pixie dust. Okay, all right. First off, Joe, go watch the match between Starboy and Aaron Rourke, please. Thank you. It was a good match. It was an indie match. In the end, Mr. Aaron Rourke did a DVD into an Oshigoroshi driver. It wasn't even an Oshigoroshi. It was an Oshigoroshi driver.
Yes.
Into the Molly Ground, into the what Blake Howard calls the Molly Ground, but we call it the Over the Rainbow. Before that even happened, Mr. Starboy did a Sasuke special, not once but twice. And I love Blake Howard's turning into Excalibur, calling everything by the appropriate names, Japanese or otherwise. Also, I just remembered, Mr. Aaron Rourke did a full Nelson in a wheelbarrow position. I've never seen that before. When
That
he was
was
giving
crazy.
him the full, that was kind of cool. I'm like, oh shit, I've never seen that before. Joe, check it out, Joe. And in the end, over the rainbow, mollying around for the 1, 2, 3. But this time he wasn't like, when he does the over the rainbow, he's really sloppy and kind of lands on their body. This one was like, one, spin around, 1, 2, 3, and he gave a Vogue pose while holding the legs.
He
For
did.
the 1, 2, 3. I'm like, Vogue. And he won. So I'm like, Starboy.
A little razzle dazzle.
He did a razzle dazzle. Starboy was the king of Pele kicks, of the counter Pele kicks, the counter backflip Pele kicks. But Aaron Rourke, hey, you trained for 12 years, Starboy. I respect it, but Aaron Rourke's like, yes. A plus for me. A plus match. Loved it.
All right, hear these thoughts?
Yeah, man. I thought this was a fantastic. I love the fact that even though, with Jackson Drake, we didn't get a single bad match with him as champion. All his matches were pretty much excellent. And now
Yep.
that Aaron Rourke has a championship, he's starting off on the right. I mean, Aaron Rourke, like if you didn't see him in the ring, if you just look at his figure, and I'm not body shaming, he is deceptively good in the ring. He is really, you wouldn't think that he would be as, like, I guess, athletic as he is in the ring. And I thought the whole match was amazing. I was excited about this match like all day because I know a Starboy and I knew Aaron Rourke. He just never lets us down in the ring. But as you said, the wheelbarrow Nelson, that was crazy. I couldn't believe Aaron Rourke pulled that off. That was shocking to me. And the Over the Rainbow was really clean this time with the Vogue pose. And at one point in time, we saw unfortunately Alabama sitting in the VIP section yelling at
I
Aaron
keep
Rourke.
forgetting him.
Yeah, he was like, he's
God.
like, you ain't nothing. He's just like yelling at him, and then Cappuccino Jones comes out of nowhere and just snakes him out of nowhere. And they just disappear to the left out of nowhere.
Oh my God!
That part was so amazing.
Oh my God! I gotta think. Wait, give me a second, EOD. First off, when I saw EOD, when I saw Jensen get attacked by Cappuccino, all I heard is not the saxophones, was Big Pun's "Beware" song. Bang, bang! He just came out of nowhere. Motherfucker on a motherfucking street. So I did love that. And by the way, Chantal's mom was there, and she was pro Starboy. And she was like, yeah, she's always there in the corner sitting down. Like when Chantal was in the VIP section last week, she was talking to her mom. That's the one on the right. There's two kids. That's not her kids, but there was two kids on the right. While Jensen was getting beat up, the kid was encouraging to jump into the fight, but at the same time telling Cappuccino to beat him up more. Like, yeah, beat him up. Yeah. I'm like, this kid's a monster. Hell yeah, we got a little Brody Jr. here. This is awesome. But Jensen said, you're not a real champion. You're a coward. You're just a coward. I'm like, why are you calling him a coward? It's coming back for later, but I'm like, we got to remember that. Back to you, EOD.
And Brooks, if he has the title, he is the champion. I don't care what you say about that. I mean, whether you like it or not, he is the champion. But I will just say really quick before we go back to EOD, I love the Evolve crowd. They are amazing. That crowd, even during the women giving their everything, just kind of chime-ins and everything. I love that crowd. They're amazing.
I love them too. It's awesome.
Yeah, let me see this match. Yeah, the match was made for me too. Like, they actually did say something on commentary, which I didn't realize. Aaron Rourke actually has gotten in better shape because when you look at him, he doesn't look like he's as athletic. Then when they said, I'm like, yeah, he does look a little bit more toned and everything now. But
that is true.
The way the counters, they were doing counters left to right. I was like, he can do all that stuff because we know he can do stuff off the top ropes and everything. But I'm like, the way they were countering each other, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, he's really good. Really good. It's Starboy, like I said before, there's something about Starboy that's he's got it. He's got something. It's only sad the fact that, a lot of people like the bigger wrestlers and stuff like that, and he's like kind of small, but who knows and everything. Maybe they make Rey Mysterio. He's not that small, but I'm just saying.
No,
he's not
small,
like 6'5" or nothing like that.
He is small.
He's the same. He's the same height as Rey Mysterio by 2 inches. That's it. He's only off by 2 inches.
Yeah.
So
he's young.
When you're that short, it makes a difference.
Yeah, but I want to answer coaches, not coaches. Joe Biancio. He said this. Cappuccino Jones should be a champion. If not, let him go so he can have a better career. Now, first off, he's not PC. He's ID, so he's in the Indies. He was doing shit before he came in. Second, Joe, and he loves NXT Black and Gold just like I do. They're doing this at NXT Black and Gold time. They're slowly doing the storyline, so when they get there, they will get there. Just like main man Mike Cunningham. I didn't say this, but in the tag match, which is going to happen next week, I said this to EOD on the Evolve Effect on the Wrestling Super Friendos on anything on audio platforms. That there might be a point in the match where Mike Cunningham tries to copy the Dorado's move, the one that beat him, but does it wrong, and the wrestler wins against Cunningham because he tried to do it, or he actually does the move better than Dorado. He's like, oh, I just wanted to learn from you, but I figured it out like a fucking Saiyan. And that's the scary part. That if he figures it out before you teach him, and the next time you have a match, it's going to set it up, unless you're going to be cheating. But that's what I want to say about Joe. I love you, Joe. And here we go. But
I missed the Black and Gold era.
My
God, it was amazing.
But Evolve, Yeah, but Evolve is turning into the black and gold because they're doing storyline. Where are you, Invisible Man? You're developing film. First off, I have a purple light, and that's not my fault. I'm poor. Second, let's not worry about me. Let's not worry about me. But for Cappuccino Jones, again, Cappuccino Jones, Mike Cunningham, and Aaron Work. We've said this every week. They're connecting, and it's going to connect for the long run, and I love that. But this match was fucking awesome. And this is again, like as Hear These Thoughts said, this is the second match. Only the second match he's had by himself. So, but I mean, as a champion. And by the way, in commentary, Rosenberg said that he talked to Jackson Drake after the match, and he had so much. And Jackson Drake said that he had so much respect for Aaron Bork and for the match, and he had no hate. It was, and that was something that should have been said out more. Like, even the guy who was the ultimate dick said, yeah, I respect this guy. And that's credibility for the champion. And I love that. Joe, BNCO.
They got to study that. There's got to be something to the formula of having a 1 hour show that kind of makes everything very cohesive. Whether it's NXT or Evolve. Like, there's something there.
Yeah, they're doing, I think they did a good job with the whole show as because like we had the new people, we got a lot of segments all of a sudden now, and I like it. It feels like it's not retooled, only because people got called up, so we got new people got to fill in.
And accidents.
But Starboy. Oh, by the way, it was an A match. That match was crazy. Wow. It was incredible. And Starboy, hey, we might have the next one up already. Like, we were thinking might be a Cappuccino because he's been there. Maybe Mike Cunningham eyeing that title a little bit, but Starboy just kind of came in there and just captivating, unless NXT just snatches him up. Like they
don't put that out there. Don't put that out there, EOD. Don't put that out there because you know they'll take him away from us.
They win.
Yeah, they want to, bro. They just want to take him. I like that one too. Let me get that one.
Oh, by the way, we almost forgot about it again. Dorian Van Dutch will have a match next week. We keep forgetting.
I didn't forget because we still have one more segment, so I was going to mention it.
Okay, thank you.
Gotcha.
We're breezing tonight.
An hour. Because there's no crazy things and there's no like hate for Dante Chan and Coach didn't really say anything.
You're right.
Coach is crazy.
Coach is hilarious.
All right. But yeah, Dorian Van Dukes is gonna he'll be on the show next week, and he was also in AAA over the weekend. Mm-hmm. He made an appearance at NXT. They're trying to sprinkle these guys out.
Making money.
Yeah, I'll see that. And for those of you, I can't remember Hear These Thoughts was here at that point.
The Chinese John Cena.
When I was when I did mention that I did see Dorian months ago at a house show, and that was the one of well, y'all see this guy? He's like this super built dude who's super athletic. I'm like, I can't wait. I hope he goes on Evolve or NXT, because on that house show they actually had a lot of the people that we're seeing now.
Okay.
Type of deal. So like, but I couldn't remember his name. I just knew he was from Brussels and stuff. But that was the guy. That was the guy I was talking about. Yeah,
okay.
That was the guy I was talking about. So okay. Well, Aaron Rourke, he wins his championship. He's celebrating in the ring, and we have the boys again. We got the Disney bullies again. Cam Hendricks and Riggins looking backstage at the monitor, and they're giving Aaron Rourke his props. He's like, yeah, he can fight. He can fight. But then someone else showed up. Your forever number one contender, Harlem Lewis, because he's been the number one contender since I think before Christmas, and he's never gotten a shot at the title. And he's told him, he's like, basically, what do you say? Like, basically, like he's still ducking me. He said, yeah, he's still ducking me because like another championship opportunity went out that he's not involved in, and this is starting to become a running joke. And Coach said it on the Evolve Effect, and I kind of agree with him. I kind of hope Harlem Lewis never gets the championship match, just because it'll be so funny, because he's always like kind of number one contender. He's so close to it, and he earns the shot to become the champ, to have a championship match. But for whatever reason, everybody always leapfrogs him. I think that would be kind of funny. Like every time this happens, he never actually gets his match. Not like we said, we're not hating on Harlem Lewis, but it's like now we're thinking about it's like, yeah, this is extremely for Evolve for you not to get your championship opportunity. And I told them it reminded me of the Cedric Alexander 205 Live days when every time Cedric Alexander became number one contender.
Good point.
Something would happen. Someone would get fired. Something crazy would happen.
Yeah.
And then you could never have the match. You know, have to restart a tournament instead of just like, okay, we'll just have him fight somebody else. It was like that's what it
Dude, I
kind of
forgot
reminded me
about
of.
that.
Yeah, poor Cedric
DOD
Alexander.
did it.
Oh man,
205 Live was super underappreciated. That was
It
actually
was.
pretty good.
It was.
It
It
was
was.
really
Yeah.
a good show that they never advertised.
Tony
But,
Nese, all those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So Henry Starks, we'll start with you first. What did you think about this last backstage segment?
Again, there's something about Aaron Work that spooked the both of those guys. I mean, they didn't even try to come out. Normally they come out and talk stuff, but they didn't even come out to the ring. They stayed behind the TV screen to make sure they were nowhere in the vicinity of Aaron Work where he could physically harm them. That told us everything we need to know, and he gave them props. So he's like, this case he sees this video, I want him to know that I'm celebrating him. And then the thing with Harlan Lewis, you might be right. It may be interesting with him chasing after it because he keeps getting these opportunities. Even when Cam Hendricks took over the show, he was supposed to get an opportunity from
Yeah.
then. So like him saying that Aaron Work is ducking him, it's not really Aaron Work. It's just the powers that be don't want you to get that championship. I think he has to just realize that, talk to Nikita Lyons, figure out what kind of bad juju is going on, and get that resolved. And then maybe, just maybe, he can get the title.
Technically, for this one, Aaron Warwick was the one that said the winner would get a championship thing. I think he decided that on his own. So I'm like,
True. Yeah, that's
Harlem
true.
does got a point. A little bit.
But maybe he's
You
just
coulda-
not even
you
thinking
coulda-
about Harlem. He's just
you
probably
know
like,
that's true. He's probably not even. It's not even on his radar. Like, I don't-
but maybe he shaves up a little bit. Maybe Aaron Work might, take a liking to him, and give him an opportunity. You just never know. You never know. But
you
yeah.
never know. All right, Invisible Man.
You gotta protect the what is
Oh.
Joe talking about?
Let me get it. We'll wait for him. I guess I'll go. Yeah, I thought this whole, like I said, I thought the whole thing was pretty cool. Also, there is Harmless did respond on social media.
Yeah.
He's gone. Okay, he'll be back. And it seemed like his social media posts are better than what he's doing on Evolve. Maybe he has time to think about it and stuff
Yeah.
like that because he goes after Aaron Warwick, but then Aaron Warwick went back at him on social media. He said something about, "Oh, you fought like like 100-pound child, basically."
Yeah.
Something like that is what he said. He said you would fight like a real man, fight a real man like me. And then Aaron Warwick said something like I'm gonna show you what a real man is, or something like
He said,
that.
"How about
Like,
you
Aaron
come
Warwick-
over and show me what a real
Oh
man
yeah,
is
yeah.
like?"
Why don't you come
with the
over and show me
weekend?"
what a real man is? And everything.
What
That
do
was
you say
like-
back to that? There's nothing you can do. Yo, he has a trap card ready for him every time he tries to come after Aaron Work. Every
Yeah,
single time.
So that's some good stuff. Aaron Bork is like, hey, he's like, hey, I'm not the one. I'm not the one to play with. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the?
He's like, how you gonna
him
try to
and-
spin this without losing Thea Hill? How you gonna do that? Like,
You know, we'll
whoever-
actually be good together because we got a bunch of time. Aaron Bork and Jada Parker, they on that same time. They're on that same energy.
yeah. Oh yeah. You saw what happened earlier?
Yeah.
It was a lot of sad women online.
I'm like, man, I was that's crazy. They're
That was so random.
so. Yeah,
I see so many girls crying. It's crazy.
Let's see. We're still waiting for the Invisible Man to jump back into the channel and everything.
Internet issues.
Let's see. Before
There he
he
is.
comes back, I guess. Okay, he's back. There we go. Oh, let's see if we can hear him. Invisible Man, you back?
Yes.
Okay, we
It
hear you,
kicked
we
me
hear
the fuck out.
Oh no, no problem. We're just gonna actually. What did you think about this last segment?
Okay. First off, I was listening. I had to check on my phone to see if the internet was still going. I did like when he these thoughts said, like, you really can't come back from. You called Starboy a 100-pound child. That means it might be a Starboy versus Harlan Lewis match. That's pretty cool. Then the retaliation from Aaron Warwick, show me what a real man is. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can't like, what are you gonna say from that? Because you have a girlfriend, and the girlfriend's gonna look at you like, hey man, I think you should shut the fuck up until next week. Wait till next week and then retaliate again. But until then, shut the fuck up. And I love you, babe. I'm like, okay, I get it. But other than that, and by the way, even Riggins and Cam Hendricks called him a soft boy. So they don't even fear him. So I'm like, it's so bad, Harlan Lewis, that you're getting so crazier and your mutton chops are getting longer and longer and longer, but you'll never get a championship. If it becomes the fact that the one time he gets the championship is the time he wins it because he's had so many chances and it gets like shut down because of bullshit, that'll be awesome. That's right. It's true, Yodi. Like he has like 5 more chances and it gets shut down. That could be good. And then the 6th time is the one he wins. I think. But Mr. Joe Biancio is saying about Jada. Oh, they're no, they're not. Jada ain't never been a champion. Jada has 100% of title shots and never wins titles. You have to out. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put this up. You have to, in order for Harlan Lewis, you have to out gay a gay man, and that's tough. It's
That's
tough.
impossible.
It's not impossible. It's tough. And where the hell is Rico? We need him. I don't know who Rico is. I know you think you know this. Okay, I love it.
Oh, you talking about Rico, the WWE
the-
wrestler with the
yeah,
paint on his
WWE.
face and stuff? Yeah, he was
Okay.
kind of like
American
the flamboyant
Gladiators,
wrestler.
and I think he's a
Yeah.
fireman now or something like that. Or
Good for him.
something like that in Vegas, I think. Yeah,
In Vegas.
Rico.
Yeah, but you're right. We
I
do have a
think he
little.
lives in Vegas.
We do have a little time. Let's talk about something else I did want to talk about real quick. This video I want to show you guys. This is something that's pretty funny. Here we go.
I don't really understand this.
Is that
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
Should we do anything?
did she know her thing?
Let's show our thing.
Let's show her thing. S. Make sure you watch Evolve on Wednesday. Make sure you watch Evolve on Wednesday. 8 p.m.
What time?
8 p.m.
What time?
8 p.m.
One more time.
8 p.m. on Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm glad that they're advertising. Like, a lot of the members of Evolve are really stressing the people to go watch it on Tubi.
Yes.
We got Blake Howard. I was about to say Blake, but bro, he's still doing a Tubi teaser without
Yes.
Stone and everything.
I did like that.
So that's good. That's good. I like the fact that they're taking the initiative in doing that. I like that.
But
Wait, let me
before we go, yeah, go on.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on this, both of you guys. What do you think about this plot armor they have on Aaron Rourke, and how long do you think they can keep it on him until it starts to get? Like, I don't feel anything bad about it. I get it, but how long do you think they can keep this on him until it starts to be like, okay, we're trying to protect him a little too much?
That man's about to turn. He's going to turn heel before anything else happens. Like,
Okay.
you could almost see it going at like he's a little bit a little cocky and everything, but he was serious in his match. Normally, when he was wrestling before he was champion, he wasn't as serious. Now he started to get serious, and we've seen him. I've seen him work heel before, so that's why I'm like, I think at some point it can happen. I think he'll turn heel on Evolve first before he gets called up or anything like that. So I think we'll see that version of Aaron Rourke.
Because in Limitless, he was called Evil Gay, right? Like that was his character.
He's called Evil Gay. Yeah. So and again, if this is the new era of Evolve where you're gonna let your ID, because again, he still is an indie person. Let your indie person out and be Evil Gay. That's cool. But my answer to hear these thoughts question is that I think we're gonna keep the belt on him to at least to the next succession, or if he gets too hot and he wants to be sent to NXT, again, you can send him to NXT. Like he can do some stuff there. Like not go after the main title right now, but his character can work his way up to the North American, and then after the North American, go to NXT like a year or two. If they need bodies, they don't need bodies right now because again, Ricky and sure, great, mazel tov.
Oh, hold on, I think your mic.
Find your
don't know what your mic.
My mic's going out again.
Okay, you're
Okay,
good
you're good now. You're good.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. With Ethan and Ricky, once they're gone, and you got Carver, Legacy, Prosper. You have the whole Peanuts gang in the back. You don't really need Aaron Rourke, but we've said this. The two people that are going to take the belt off it is either Cunningham or Cappuccino. It has to be one of those two. Giving it to Harlem is kind of like a gimme to him. That's fine, but then it's gonna have to be Cappuccino or it's again one of those two has to get the belt either from Harlem or from Aaron. But as EOD said it, once he loses the belt, he'll turn Evil Gay super quick, and that will be a great change.
Oh my bad. I meant like the plot armor around the where like you got a Harlan Lewis who would normally just rush out to the ring and fight him, or Cam Hendricks and like they're not even trying to attack him. It's like no one is trying to attack him like they normally do with other people.
Yeah.
For him, it seems like they kind of like we're not gonna go that route with this guy.
Okay. You can look at it from that, or you can look at it from that perspective, as Joe Biancio was saying in the comments, or you can look at it from the perspective of like Kendall Gray. When she came out in the beginning, people were like talking shit about her, but they didn't attack her on spot. They kind of like mean dogged her, and then after a while, they attacked her. Like PJ Vasa looked at her for a second and then kind of said something and walked away. And then next week, I think next week, if Cam and Harley Riggins attack Aaron Rourke, it wasn't based on sexual orientation. It was based on, as Thatcher said it, jealousy or fear. That's why it's different. And Joe Biancio in the comment, that's why it's different. It's not about sexual orientation. It's about someone actually writing a story. And if you listen to every single thing someone says, it actually makes sense. When I heard it the second time, I'm like, wow, it's true. Harley Riggins and Ken Hendricks are just beating people out of fear because they realize that Tate Wilder, once he's healed completely, can physically beat them. And they're big guys. That's a massive insecurity. And they won't do that at NXT and VAR and SmackDown because they got another fucking either way. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, that's a good point. I just wanted to pick your brain.
The first person that might I think attack Aaron, I think it would be Harlan Lewis. You got because Jensen's got the little feud going on with Cappuccino, so yeah, even though he kind of wants it, he's occupied. Cam and Riggins, for all their bluster, they're afraid of Aaron Rourke, and then they got their own problems going on with Tate Wilder and maybe Luca Crucifino. So Harlan eventually he's not even mad. He'll just say something. He's like super passive aggressive with how he's not getting the shot. So eventually he's gonna lose it and everything and go after the man. Coach is in the building.
Hey everybody, my deepest.
It's okay. Coach, pop in, pop out. Coach, pop in, pop out. Pop in. You gotta.
My deepest apologies, guys. I was ready. I was awake, and then the next thing I knew, I woke up, and it's 4:15. So my deepest apologies. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, Coach is he's on the other side of the pond.
So yes. Pop back in and pop back out again. You got to go.
Oh, my bad. I'll be right back.
All right. Go on. All right. Yeah, we got. I knew it was like it's too early to end this show. It's only like an hour 17. That's kind of weird for us. It's like baby.
Yeah, I just want to throw something random in here. That's all it was.
We got to talk about the gauntlet for next week. Who y'all got? So
yeah, we can talk about that right now. But like, no, it's a good subject. You thought said because again, you can look at it. You can look at his sexual orientation, but I look at it, and also with Cam and Harley Riggins. Other than the Saved by the Bell episode, they have not said that they want to go after the main championship at all. They've just been fucking with Tate Wilder, and then now as a tag team. So I look at it as like they look at Aaron Rourke like, oh, cool, you're the champion. You're a pretty boy. They stepped up. They were surprised by it, and now they're intrigued by it, and they'll go after Aaron Rourke. Because again, I look at this as black and gold booking. This is as basic as you want it to be. But there's little levels of like weird intricacy. It's just basic though. I like it though.
Okay, right. I'm glad you brought all that up. You're right. It's the black and gold. Like I haven't had my black and gold era brain on for a long time, so I'm got to get back to thinking about things working out that way. And Evolve has done a tremendous job of doing that. So you're absolutely right about all that.
No, and I hang out with Joe Biancio, so I have to have like historical facts to be like to say, hey, this is what's happening. Because if not, Joe's like, no, you're just like, no, this is what historically happened. Okay. And then we have nice discussions. All right. Let's
I love that.
Okay. All right.
Is it all good now? Okay.
Yes. Yay. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a nice little reverb. EOD. Start it all over again from Coach's perspective. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's start. Let's run it all back.
Coach, introduce yourself. How was your day, morning, night? How's everything going? I'm glad you're back.
It was good. I was awake. I was busy doing some videos. I was just chilling on my bed. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Alex always messaged me an hour before, and I was ready. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna chill now. And then I woke up and I was like, oh shit, it's 4:15. I'm missing the podcast, and I quickly checked if you guys are done or not. If I can just pop in and at least make an appearance.
Yeah. Well, you're a real trooper because all of us were on American time, and it is
Yeah,
super early in the morning for you. So anytime you show up, it's like, man, that's a real one right there because it's
absolutely.
nothing in the states. Nothing good happens at those hours of the night. So
In Puerto Rico, fun things happen in that hour of the night. But let's get to the show.
all right, let's see. Well, I guess since we're at the end of the show, we were about to go talk about the gauntlet.
Yeah,
Who do
go
you guys think is
backwards.
gonna win? Oh, and all that good stuff. I kind of already know what Coach might say, but he might have had a change of heart. Like who's gonna be the mysterious eighth person that Team Thatcher might call? Who you think is gonna win? Who should win? All that good stuff, and we'll let you go.
Okay, so who do I want the last person to be? I whoever it is, I just want it to be a big surprise. I already said it on the other thing. I don't want it to be like a Carmen Petrovic or a Thea L or some boring stuff. I can't remember who that ID girl is whose name we said. I think she would be cool.
Nikki
Who we recently
Blackheart.
said.
Oh,
Yeah,
ID.
yeah.
Oh, Blackheart. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would be a great appearance, but I don't know. And as for who I want to win the gauntlet, I said Nikita Lyons because I just think it would be a great swerve and to see a totally different champion than who you would expect, like BJ Vasa or Tyron Steele.
All right. Hear his thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with Coach. It's got to be Nikki Blackheart. I was kind of hoping that she would be there last night, but it makes more or tonight. I'm sorry, but it does make more sense for her to be the surprise. And I gotta agree with Coach. I'm gonna change mine up to Nikita Lyons as well because at first I was like, okay, what can they do for Laney Luck? Maybe they could just have Laney Luck pin Kylie in this gauntlet for all I care, and that could help Laney, tremendously. So they got to do Nikita Lyons. I think she's the perfect person to be the champion right now.
Also, I'm going to interrupt. Who I also think could potentially be an entrance. Who's the girl that won LFG season 2? Because she never did anything real.
Oh,
Skylar.
NXT.
Skylar, yeah.
Skylar something.
yeah. Oh,
Skylar Ray.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's just a dark horse. I think she might be like, if they really want to be like, hey, we have nothing for you on NXT, let's just throw both LFG winners on Evolve. They might.
Yeah, she's on the main event right now. She's been on main event since
I've seen
for
her,
like
yeah.
2 months
Seen her.
straight.
Yeah.
Making a weird
I saw her
record.
fight Ivy Nile on main event.
Ugh.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Invisible Man. What do you got?
First off, shout out to Dose Evil. He said, and mostly every podcast I'm hearing and review, they all want Nikita to win. Like, oh, Nikita deserves to win. She deserves it and everything else. I'm going left field. I'm going to say Tyra May Steele because Tyra May is a force of nature. And I say this respectfully because if we look at the people that are in the match, Tyra May Steele is green. We know she's green, but it doesn't matter when you throw a bear into a fight pit, green or not, bear's going to fucking fight. And the fact that Tyra against Sloan, Tyra wins. Tyra against Nikki, Tyra wins. Tyra against freaking Wendy Chu, that's a toss-up. But Tyra against Callie, the match that we have been waiting for since they teased it, that could be also. And at the same time, Tyra versus PJ Vasa is a match that we have had videos on this channel that they've been teasing every week, talking shit to each other, passing by each other. Something's going to happen with Tyra and PJ Vasa. But PJ Vasa is the last person. But for me, if it's not Tyra, I'm not going to say Nikita. I'm going to say Wendy Chu because I'm a loyalist. I love Wendy Chu. I love Wendy Chu as a respectful adult, a respectful wrestler, and I want her to get a belt. She deserves it. She fucking deserves it. She's been there for a year.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, for me, I also said it on the Evolve Effect. As a nice swerve, I wouldn't mind Nikita Lyons winning it, only because for everything the rest of y'all said too. Oh, you have PJ Voss and Tyra May still. That would be a good feud. But I'm like, I think it'll be a good feud to see who's going to go after the title as like feuding over the number one contendership type of deal. If they want to go that route, I don't think they're going to go that route. I think it's probably going to be Tyron Still or PJ Vaza, but that's kind of who I want to see. And for the mysterious eighth person, I was saying Arya Bennett earlier. It probably will be Nikki Blackheart, but it'll be kind of nice to see if it was
Oh yeah, I forgot
Arya
about
Bennett
Arya.
because she's been gone for so long. This would be a nice way to just to debut her back onto the show. So
Yeah.
that's like
Wow.
kind of what I want. Oh, go ahead. What's going on in the chat?
Shout to the RWC show. One of the founders of one of the 5 members. Sorry, one of the 5 people that review Evolve. Again, I have to say that all the time because it's actual truth. But this is a good point where he says that Wendy's definitely done wonders for Evolve and the girls down there. Because again, I can name you 4 matches that Wendy was involved that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
4. And that's the point of it. Wendy's been like, if you gave JC Jane the belt for doing a great job and just doing the work, why can't you give it to Wendy? Like, if we're doing the JC Jane equation, why can't Wendy have that equation as well?
That's actually the reason why I was thinking Nikita could get the belt because people were super surprised when JC Jane won the title. Wendy does deserve it, but it's like if Wendy doesn't get the belt now, it's like I guess she's just gonna be because I don't know if she's a player coach or not for real. Because the way she comes across, she feels like she's a player coach. Like she's that veteran there in the ring and to show all the people how it's done in the WWE. So maybe she's almost like a utility instead of a champion. But they really do need to give her the championship at some
They need to give her
point.
something.
She's done a lot
do.
and everything, and most of her matches have been like the best matches on the show from like the beginning. So if they really want to do it, but I don't know if they will.
If they go that route, would this make sense for them to have Tyra May still come out earlier? So then Wady Chu could be second to last to make sense for her to beat Tyra May and then have that one-on-one
because
with
she's
PJ
so
Vaza?
tired. Yeah, because
so it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
But
That would make sense.
here's a good question for everybody, and shout out to the DRWC show. Of course, you're welcome because check out, you were the one that inspired us. We were doing the Evolve show anyway, but we were all crazy. We found you guys. Then I found Coach FCHW. Then I found Not Lost in Japan. There's only 5 of us. That's it. And I have this feeling that this is going to turn into the black and go, and this is going to blow the fuck up. And when people are trying to look for episode 2, episode 30, episode 45, we, as a collective, ladies and gentlemen, are the crew. So are the DRWC show. And so is the Evolve Effect with me and EOD, that means 2 out of the 5 people, we are one of those 2, technically. But we have a comment here, real quick. I feel like Wendy is above the Evolve belt at this point. She's that player coach, helping the girls step up their game. Like Lindsay. Like I'm never gonna expect Lindsay to win the belt in Evolve. Hell no, unless it's a transitional champion.
The thing about Wendy is she's relatively young. Like, she can be a player coach, but she still has a hell of a career in front of her. I don't feel like she's at that age where you're like, okay, she's not like top tier yet, so we can like, if you know what I mean. She could still go for a long while as just a pure wrestler instead of being a player coach.
Yeah,
I think it's the AAA.
she's been exclusively on Evolve. That's the thing. Like sometimes these other people are on other shows, but Wendy hasn't even been back on NXT. So that's why it feels like. That's why I feel like maybe she's a player coach. That like I don't know that for sure, but that's what it kind of feels like. And if push comes to shove, and they need a champion real quick from an injury, it's like, oh, maybe they'll give it to Wendy Chu like that. But yeah, she should have been champion. But
she's only 34 too, so.
And that's what I was gonna say. She's in her 30s.
Yeah, she's young.
Yeah,
she's got another 10, and the way they do it now, maybe 15 more years that she can probably go close to 50. So
I feel like they just. Oh.
Yeah. Go on.
I feel like they just wouldn't know what to do with her up on NXT because it almost feels like they also don't know what direction to go with her on Evolve. Obviously, they do. They book her well, but it's not like they ever consider her ever being a champion. So she's not going to be a champion on Evolve. I'm struggling to see her ever like being something on NXT. Not that I think she's bad or anything. Obviously, she's extremely good. I just don't think they know, like, if they don't see her as a world champion, basically, is what I'm saying.
She's their Natalia, is what she is to me.
Yeah.
She's super good. She's super good in the ring and can teach everybody all that stuff.
100% coach.
You know, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, and if she doesn't speed title, I'm gonna spit on that. Like, no, you don't. Like, she is not a speed performer at all. Like, you should give her the North American belt. But here's the problem: she's been in an Evolve so long, and you like, what happens in an emergency? You got to take her to NXT. There's no storyline for her, and then you have to explain in a week in a 1 week video package why she's not a sleepy psycho anymore. You doomed Wendy to forever being an Evolve because only people that watch Evolve would understand why she is this way right now. Because if not, oh, why is she not? And here comes Booker T. I thought she was scary. She's not scary anymore. Giggity, giggity. Like that's what it's gonna be.
Why y'all always be messing with Booker T?
No, because it pisses me off, man. Like you get pissed off when they call you the worst
Quagmire.
commentator, and then like, 2 weeks later, giggity, giggity. Exactly. No. But let's say we're going backwards. EOD. Take it away. We're gonna talk about the Aaron Rourke match. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right. Yes, this coach was here. Well, I guess we'll go back. We're going backwards. The Aaron Rourke match with Starboy. Coach, we got to know what you had to think about that. We're going to go back
I
to the
love.
beginning.
Okay, so we're starting with just the match, just the main event.
Yeah.
Oh, you can talk about the main event and the after effects.
Okay.
We already did.
For the match itself, I think it was an amazing match. I really enjoyed it. I loved like the energy both guys gave because to me they both felt like they're baby faces, but they're kind of like cocky baby faces. Like they're very into themselves. I don't know. Starboy just gives that kind of, but it's a good thing. It's like a baby face ego type of thing. If that makes any sense what I'm trying to say there.
Of course.
But yeah, I love the match. I love the energy. It was pretty good. Yeah, Aaron Rourke is like surprisingly good. Every time I see him in the ring, I have an idea of what type of wrestler he is, but then he just completely changes that. He's not like he doesn't feel like a powerhouse, but like he is some powerhouse moves on there. Sorry, I'm just rambling at this point. Great match. Gonna give it an A. I was fairly entertained. Starboy, yeah, man, I think he's gonna be champion in a few months at least. Like, if anybody was gonna be champion, it was gonna be him. Or like, wait, God, I'm clearly just woke up. My bad. Great match. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
All right. What about the Cam Hendricks Riggins backstage segment with Warwick and Warwick
Oh,
almost
before the match.
No, after the match. After the match, they were in the
okay.
back watching
Oh.
TV. And
Harlem Lewis
Harlem Lewis
should
brought
get the
in.
championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that Harlem Lewis still hasn't gotten that championship. It's like along with Hendricks and them attacking Tate Wilder every single week, Harlem Lewis not getting a championship match is just I don't know what it does to me. It makes me so happy. Not anything against him. It's just seeing the misery in some people. It's just fun sometimes. Like I like it's wrestling things. Sometimes seeing people not get anything is good. So I'm enjoying Harlem Lewis constantly begging, constantly getting cucked by Aaron Rourke. Just it's fun. I love it.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna skip that. We're going straight to it's Gal. It's Gal in the ring. The Mike Cunningham segment and the training situation and the match setup. So it's Gal, Mike Cunningham. You feeling it? You not feeling it?
I'm loving it. I said on the other stuff like I'm enjoying what they're doing with Mike Cunningham. You guys are always so mean to Mike Cunningham. Gonna point directly at Alex again, who keeps saying that Mike Cunningham should turn heel. He's a nice guy. Look, he's doing the work, he's putting in the effort. He's doing what his teacher is telling him to do. He's just a good person. You guys are just mean. You guys are literally bullies. Like
We said this shit before you came on the show. We literally said this. Oh my
yeah,
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna defend Mike Cunningham because you guys are so against him. I'm not gonna stand for that.
I love this. I love this for you, coach, because if he does turn heel, it's gonna be so shocking to you.
He won't turn heel. We know he won't turn heel. It's like at this point, he's mini Cody Rhodes, isn't he? So he's never gonna turn heel. You're never gonna get that.
He is kind of Cody
okay.
Rhodes. That is true though.
He's from the
It is
school.
Winnie Cody
He's
Rhodes.
from the school
Yeah.
of Cody. The
He
Nightmare
is.
Factory.
But coach,
But yeah, I love that. I love the idea of him and Lindsay Dorado teaming up. It seems like a fun. I feel like I like the dynamic between them. Lindsay Dorado being this teacher to him. I feel like it could work. Plus, I'm just happy seeing a luchador on Evolve. It brings a completely different dynamic to the show. Please, WWE, please ID, sign some lucha talent to Evolve. Just give a few of them an ID contract. We need that diversity on the show.
All right. Yeah, we're doing a super backwards thing since we already said everything. We're going to get Coach in here. The Fatal 4-Way women's match for the qualifying for the gauntlet.
Really liked it. Don't ask me any of the names. I completely forgot all of them. I know how they look. I know the visuals. Yeah, I don't. I said this on the show too. I think I hate the name changes. Obviously, we're gonna get used to it, but like I think they all had such cool names originally that stood out. Now, like Sloan Jacobs, that's like the lady that packed my bags at the grocery shop. Like Sloan
Oh my
Jacobs,
God.
really. It's the truth. Like
Coach had got some good sleep, man.
I know. Crazy
Like,
Coach is
Lucha-
out. I love it.
Oh my God.
and I don't mean this disrespectfully. Like, who you rather see? Like, if you're gonna buy a ticket, like the Notorious Mimi or Sloan Jacobs, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tourist maybe.
Notorious Mimi.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm fine with her winning. Obviously, I feel like Alex said this and thinking about it, I think he's right. She's probably just in there to be squashed. Or not squashed. She's just gonna be like cannon fodder for whoever needs to look impressive in the match. Still think what Arya Rune should have won, or I'm not sure. The anime girl, I think she should have won because like she stood out the most to me. But hey, I'm fine with it. I think all of them are gonna do great in the future. Just like, yeah, I think it was a good introduction for everybody, except the girl that did nothing. The girl that just from Las Vegas, she just didn't do anything. She thanked everybody but herself.
Haven.
So like,
Veronica Haven.
Veronica
Now-
something, yeah.
Yeah, but Coach, here's a question for you. Because like, apparently, it does get a lot of flack from the first sentence of Anya Rune's promo, where she said, "I'm your favorite anime girl that comes out of a manga panel." Apparently, a lot of people got mad at that. I said this too on the Evolve Effect. I got mad, and by the way, EOD and not EOD, Coach, we have a button. I got mad when she said this.
No, yeah. I don't personally watch. Well, I watch anime, but I'm not personally in that community. But I have a lot of friends who are, and I can say that a lot of people who watch it are very sensitive. So I'm not surprised that there was like people upset over it because anime people get upset over the tiniest things.
You know what's crazy?
Thank you
That
for that.
Veronica, that Veronica shouted out all those schools and stuff, and then went into that match and did absolutely nothing. They're looking like, why'd you put my name in this? We didn't teach you that. Like,
What do you say fuck me for?
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh, I love this show.
Let's skip it all the way to the very first match. Make it to the beginning. Tristan Angels versus Romeo Moreno. I always want to say Morano.
Yes.
The first match of the evening. Coach.
Yeah. I said that too. I'm sorry. I'm just recapping everything I said on the previous one. I prefer this match over last week's match with the ID people because I feel like these two people, they're still kind of generic so far, but I feel like they had a lot more instant personality than last week's people. Obviously, excluding Starboy because he's something different. Tristan Angels, I love his heel work. I think Alex said he's actually Mr. England or Mr. UK or something. He won something like that, actually, right?
He actually is that. He actually is that. He won a beauty contest and he actually won Mr. England.
Yeah, I think that's like
Wow,
really
what
cool. It's like it's a background feature. It's not something major, but it's like I don't know. I just like that feature being like, hey, this guy was actually Mr. England. That's like a pretty cool thing to kind of have like acknowledged. It's not like Tyra Steele being Olympian, but it's still really cool. And Romeo Moreno, I said I really like him as a babyface. I don't know what it was. He just gave plucky underdog, but he gave that underdog where it's like I really want to cheer for him. It doesn't feel like manufactured. It just feels like genuine. Like, hey, this guy, I really like him, right? Romeo Moreno. I always said that wrong. But yeah, I really enjoyed this match. Yeah, glorified squash match, although it was like a 10-minute squash match, but he barely got anything in, but it was fine. I guess you wanted to show off Tristan Angels. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give that match a B. I'll give both matches tonight a B and then the main event an A because like if only I knew the people more, the matches would probably be higher. But since it's my first time seeing a lot of them, I think I can give it something too high.
Mhm.
All right, and basically we just about recapped everything, all the major stuff, except for little segments for time purposes. But now it's time for the overall grading of the show. In case we want to talk about something else after that, we're gonna start off with the Invisible Man. What was your overall rating of the show?
I give this show a B, and in coach's math, I give that an 8 out of 10 because I gotta put that out there. It was a really good show. The promos were just you get it's like going to the Apollo and the first two comics are going to be shit before you get Martin Lawrence. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Veronica Haven not doing anything, and then Santi Rivera doing that the last week. But I do like this. I like that whoever's booking this, which I think is Gabe Sapolsky, is booking us in a way like, Santi Rivera didn't really win the three-way, but guess what? He's in a team with its skull. Yeah, Veronica Haven probably didn't win, but then probably next week we'll see her do something important. They recycle a lot of things and they give it to something else and they do it for something else. I love that. But in the fact that It's Gall came out, no Chuy Martinez, Brooks Jensen got his ass kicked, and Aaron Rourke bitched out and made bitches out of Cam and Harley Riggins. B. Best show ever. It would have been an A if it wasn't for the Veronica Haven. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Las Vegas. Shout out to Arizona. I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up and tell me who the fuck you are.
He said, "Wrap it up, P. Wrap it up."
Wrap it up. But I do like this though because we have a new button. We have a new. I'll take that. I'll take that and shout out to On Your Room. I like your character. I like what you're doing. Keep it up. It's unique. You got It's Gall was a living Ken doll. You can do whatever the fuck you want to evolve. That's what I gotta say.
All right, Coach, your overall grading of the show.
I'm gonna give it around a B plus, and on my scale also an 8 because I think judging it for what it was, seeing all the new people, if we're basing it in that perspective, I think it was a pretty good show. I think there was a lot of people who stood out that you can really cheer for, and then the main event and all the segments in between was fairly entertaining, continued a lot of stories. So I'm pretty happy with what I got for a show that's effectively just 45 minutes. They really jam a lot into it to make it entertaining. So I was very entertained by tonight's show, like B plus 8.
All right, hear these thoughts.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it about a B plus too. I thought it was a really good show. As I talked about earlier, when it comes to Timothy Thatcher, this is like one of the rare times when I'm seeing like some manager role of a person where I'm just like I'm excited to see what they're gonna come up with on the screen. Aaron Rourke put on a really amazing match with Starboy. Not too fond of that four-way match with the women, but the one with what's the guy's name? Angels. What's his first name now? Christian Angels.
Tristan.
Yeah, he looked really, really good in that match. I can't wait to see what they do with him in the future. And Cam Hendricks is here. Every time Cam's here, it adds an extra, point and a half to me. So I thought the match overall, out of the whole show, I give it a B plus. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it a B plus because I did like it. I actually like this episode more than last week's episode for some reason. Yeah. I do think they packed a lot more into this episode because there was like a lot of segments, but there was also a lot of wrestling. The fatal four-way match, like you said, it was okay, but I forgive that because it was our first time seeing these ladies on Evolve. So it's it's kind of sometimes like that with these types of matches. Tristan Angels, he showed out. Starboy and Aaron Rourke, that match was phenomenal, and the segments in between was good. And the Disney bullies, as like y'all like to call them, Cam and Riggins. Now you're good when you can show up on the show, kind of like It's Gall. Not wrestle, but you look forward to them every week just to see what antics they're going to get up to. Yep. So for me, B plus. So I don't know if there's anything else y'all want to talk about on tonight.
Tate Wilder.
Yeah, speaking of Tate Wilder, Cardi M from the Noir, that's the Noir project. It's Cardi M. So she said best show ever. But since she was here, and yeah, that's her YouTube. Okay. Cardi M, I gotta press this button because Tate Wilder and Luca Crucifino was doing the Yamcha pros. So here you go.
Not the Yamcha pose.
We're doing it. They both were doing the same fucking pose. It was pretty cool. Like, good for them. But I'm like, and by the
Like, what
way,
kind of?
next week, yeah.
No, I was wondering, like, what kind of punch do you got to get this to land like Tate Wilder was? Like, he was upside down. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And then Honey Reagan's like, this is my type of rave, there, buddy. I'm like, I don't know what rave you do with violence and thrusting, whatever, bro. But I will say this: like, next
Yeah.
week we'll have a tag match. Next week, Dorian and Van Dust will fight whoever the hell that is, and then we have the gauntlet, which is going to be like 30 minutes. It should
Yeah.
be,
Yeah, it's probably gonna be long.
hopefully. So
And the way they've been pushing Darian has been insane though. Like Dorian Van Dux, he's been like on everything recently. They must see something in him because even now on Evolve, like he's being featured like what 3 weeks in a row. Even if the night was just the next week's segment, he's still like they're still putting a focus on this guy. He's on the show. You should watch him. So it's like they must be really on him because he's on NXT next week too. So he's gonna be.
Yeah.
who does he fight though? I'm really curious. He's not going to fight.
Yes,
He's not going to fight Santi.
It's probably gonna be Trill London.
Evolve. He's going to fight Evolve next week.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Evolve next week too. Yeah,
Ooh.
Evolve, and then he's got a speed
Yeah.
match on NXT the night before. So
This
They
is
really
gonna be,
work
I
these
like
wrestlers.
that. But they realize this because, like, hey, Dorian Van Dux is a good prospect, good wrestler, second generation. You can put him into. I didn't even want to say this, but you can put him in if you needed to. Like, hey, Stacks, bye. I'm taking your girl because look at me. I'm Belgium. I know French. I know 3 languages. I'm a second generation wrestler. Like, that would be funny too if they sent him to TNA and then Santino was trying to hook up Dorian with Ariana the whole time. Like, no, I think you like this guy. Like, I like him.
They did scrap earlier tonight on TNA Santino and Stacks.
Nice. Because he's not the future of
Wow.
NXT. He's not going to save NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Birthright is not going to save NXT. I'm sorry. The Evolve wrestlers in Evolve will save NXT. What a surprise. DOD, take us away.
All right, guys, that's gonna be end of it. So we're gonna give out social. You can find us individually. We're gonna go this way first. Hear these thoughts. Let them know where to find you at.
Right here, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, same name across all 3 platforms.
All right, Coach, where can they find you at?
You can find me pretty much everywhere as either Coach FCHW or Brian FCHW. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm like 6 away from 1K, so that would be pretty cool to just reach that. And then tune in to all of us if you want to see weekly wrestling content reviews. I think all of us have a unique take on it, and it's very entertaining to watch.
All right, and Visible Man, where can they find you at?
You can find us on PWF Wrestling on YouTube. That's PWF Wrestling. You can find me on Recon Reactions. I'm on the road to 5,000. I just need hours. I don't really need numbers. I need hours. So if you want to watch my content for 700 hours straight, thank you for that. I appreciate you. I'll give you a nice little star. Other than that, shout out to Feed Real. Hear these thoughts. Shout out to Mr. Those evil white chocolate wrestling defenders, the family, Black Couch booking, and everybody. Because wrestling should be about having fun, laughing, and loving. And also, try not to get caught with sexual harassment and try not to be a bigoted, chauvinistic pig like Mr. Jackson Drake. I love you, Jackson Drake, but she's Blake Monroe's not Zeta Steel. Hashtag she's not Zeta Steel. I'm sorry. Put that out there, ladies and gentlemen. Share it. Put that out there. Monroe's not Zeta. That's a better hashtag. Monroe's not Zeta.
And they're
stay healthy.
And replace.
Yeah.
Gonna replace Bryce Donovan with Josh Briggs or something.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, they. Yeah, go on.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can go. I think we're done.
I think we're done. Yeah, I would replace Bryce Donovan with Santi Rivera. Like, you couldn't get the tall guy. And Yane Henderson, where are you, sir? You're employed. What are you doing? Anyway, that's what I gotta say.
All right, and y'all guys can find me at Linktree /End of Days 33. End of Days 33. Yeah, I can't get the 33 right. And I also do Evolve live watch parties at 8 p.m. ish on Wednesdays because I might be a couple minutes late, but it's on demand. So am I really late? Not really. And hopefully I should be partner pushing by the end of the month. That's when I can apply. So I got my hours in. So I just hope I don't got any reused content. So that's what I've been working on the last 90 days or so to make sure. So that's why you guys see my shorts look a lot different than what they looked like last year. So anyway,
cool.
I guess you all
Nice.
hope you all have a good day, good night, and a pleasant tomorrow. Make sure you stay kind to one another. Make sure you wash your hands. But like I always say, you should be doing all those things anyway. Don't forget to follow everybody and tell a friend to tell a friend. So
Please do. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach FCHW, subscribe on the road to 1,000. Don't be bitches, be kind. Chewy, even though I didn't see ya, sniper shot from the distance.
About a guy called Chewy Martinez, who now changes his clothes regularly, but still above all else